The City of Tacoma's 2015-2016 proposed balanced budget reflects a continued commitment to strong financial responsibility and is a framework for how the city plans to use its resources to serve the community. A community-driven process. While developing the budget for 2015-2016, the city asked community members what they thought about the quality of city services and if those services were being prioritized well. Safety, as well as improvements to the city's streets and community infrastructure, continued to top the community's list of priorities. Financial responsibility. The 2015-2016 proposed biennial budget reflects the city's success in better managing its finances while addressing deferred maintenance issues and making Tacoma a better place to live, work, and play. The city provides a variety of services, ranging from utilities, to public safety services, to street repair, to funding for human service programs. The city manages these services using accounts, which are called funds, to track expenses and revenue sources. The city's proposed budget totals $3.07 billion, of which $423.3 million is allocated to the general fund, which is associated with traditional city services. Revenue. The city's general fund budget is comprised of several revenue sources that are largely driven by the economy. For example, sales taxes are dependent on how much people shop. Property taxes are, in part, influenced by the housing and construction market. Utility taxes are dependent on both rates and usage. And business taxes are reliant upon the health of the city's business community. Collectively, these sources support the general fund, and the city's financial outlook is looking better given that the economy as a whole has improved over the past 2 years. While watching its primary revenue sources, the city will continue to ensure strong compliance with existing tax codes. Services. Police and fire services represent nearly 60% of the general fund. Other core services include public works, municipal court, libraries, neighborhood and community services, and community and economic development. Thanks to careful ongoing reviews of expenses, along with targeted reductions, the city will maintain existing core service levels in the 2015-2016 proposed budget. The number of police patrol officers and detectives, fire stations, libraries, and library service hours will be maintained at current service levels. In the 2015-2016 proposed budget, the city is planning to build on improvement efforts begun in 2013 and 2014 to include the graffiti removal program and the Customer Support Center, which has served more than 40,000 residents since opening its doors in the fall of 2013. Because the city believes all residents should have equitable access to services and opportunities around the community, existing resources will be used to begin an equity and empowerment initiative. The city has increased its financial reserves to meet its goal of having 15% of annual expenditures set aside and estimates that the city will end the 2013-2014 biennium with surplus savings to help fund one-time expenses. The 2015-2016 proposed budget provides funding to address deferred fleet maintenance, including $2.8 million for the replacement of police, fire, and public works vehicles. Additionally, the proposed budget dedicates $6.2 million to replace aged computers and software systems. These investments will allow the city to address a backlog of repairs and will help improve service delivery to its residents. The proposed budget also invests $1.4 million in needed repairs and maintenance at both the Tacoma Dome and Convention Center. And it includes $5.6 million in general fund and capital funding for streetscape improvements in key corridors and business districts such as Lincoln and South Tacoma. The proposed budget includes $12 million in general fund and capital funding to address infrastructure issues. This includes new funding for a dedicated permanent pothole repair crew, and in response to the community's desire for a walkable community, funding is also included for citywide sidewalk, pedestrian, and trail improvements. Additionally, $2.3 million of streets and infrastructure funding will leverage $19 million in grant funding from federal and state sources. These funds will support projects for bridge and street upkeep and repair. $400,000 in city capital funding will also leverage private sector funds for projects encouraging catalytic economic development. These projects may include the enhancement of pedestrian connections, the installment of sidewalks, and improved street infrastructure. We want to hear from you. Over the past 2 years, community input has been an important consideration in every decision that the city makes. To learn more about the city's 2015-2016 proposed budget and how you can get involved in the process, visit budget.cityoftacoma.org.